I
Did
think
you
I have
guys
an
know
infection in
Hawkeye's
my
arrow
penis.
could? Oh! We are live. We're live. Hi, everybody. Do you not know who we are? Well, we're the members of Take Three. Now you might be asking yourselves, where have your videos been? Rankum's not on anymore. Late Night's not anymore. That most watched show, Simple Tricks and Nonsense, is not on anymore. Where you been? Well, clearly we've been watching Hawkeye. Hence why we're reviewing Hawkeye. Um, it's been the holidays, and we've been spending them with our family. Quite like how Clint Barden's been trying to get back home to his family in Hawkeye. You guys see the connections between everything? Family, that word. It reminds me of a wonderful movie called Boss Baby Family Business, which came out this year. This is actually a surprise review of Hawkeye Family Business. It's crossover.
That was the
Uh,
working title of Hawkeye, I believe.
Hey, we had a viewer and then we lost him when I started talking about Boss Baby. I love the internet. Yes, so we are here to review Hawkeye Season 1, the newest Disney Plus MCU show. Why? Well, because we have reviewed every single other MCU show, and no, they're not paying us because you think Disney would pay for us to show for them? Really? I mean, I'll gladly take it, but yeah. So this is all spoilers. I know it has been out. It hasn't been out for. It'll be a week tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, if you haven't seen Hawkeye, you're gonna get spoiled. If you don't care and you haven't watched it, welcome. Don't worry, I haven't watched Loki and I still don't care to, so it's okay. You're fine. You're okay. Um, so first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go around the table and we're just going to give our sort of general thoughts on the season, and then we're just going to see where the conversation goes. That's because that's what happens when you plan out a time to go live and do things, but you don't quite exactly plan out what you're going to do until 5 minutes is generous for how long it took for us to do this. But hey, welcome to Take Three. So Malcolm, looking up Lay, what'd you think of Hawkeye season 1? No, fuck that. What did you think of Boss Baby Family Business? That's the most. No, talk about Hawkeye. And then,
Well, I mean, I still haven't seen Boss Baby Family Business, so.
damn it, Malcolm.
But that being, but my views on Hawkeye season 1 is I enjoyed it. I mean, this is probably my least favorite of the MCU shows we got this year. But that's not nothing bad. Because I mean, when it comes to MCU, I enjoy everything in the MCU. There's nothing that I really don't like in it. And yes, that does mean I enjoy For the Dark World. But
Like, hey, Malcolm, I'm the last person to ever attempt to tell anybody why they shouldn't or should like anything. Having said that, everything. I'm just saying, like, I know the MCU is really successful, but like, let's not kid ourselves and say everything's been great, guys. I don't know where Abe went, but Sir, who looks like he has a diving mask on, what did you think about Hawkeye?
What are you talking? Oh, I didn't see.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I love you guys.
hello. Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye. Sorry. I really like the show. I really had a good time. And I guess we're going to talk about the characters and everything, but overall, I really enjoyed it. Like from the beginning to end, I thought I just picked it up pace like in the third episode, and I was really enjoying it. Like I had to watch in my phone because work, because I don't have time. I'm so used to that. But like overall, I
Yeah,
love
I
the
know.
characters it introduced. The return of some characters. The yeah, it just I thought it was one of the. It probably was the smallest scale one of the MCU shows when you compare it to the other shows. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I need to go to school again. But overall, I really enjoy the series. I really enjoy Bishop, which was part because I love Haley Steinfeld. Steinfeld. She's one of my favorite actresses. Exploring more of Jeremy Renner's character was great. The villains, the return of the man who's bold and big, and Kingpin was great. But I will discuss that. But overall, like I don't know, no, let's see at the end. Let's rank them all at the end of the show.
Yeah, I was thinking
Rank
we
them all.
can end it with
You see what I did there?
ranking. Yeah. Yeah. You're just stealing Malcolm's bits because the shows we attempt to do are not as successful as Malcolm's. We all know that. Um so my thoughts on Hawkeye
Exactly.
season 1. My thoughts are I thought it was great. I saw it on Twitter a couple of times. I love the first Lethal Weapon. I mean, I love the entire Lethal Weapon series, but the first one, it has that feel to it. It has that sort of classic 80s 90s buddy cop feel to it. I love the Christmas setting. I thought that was great. I also thought that added a nice countdown because introduced in the very first episode this notion of Clint wants to be home for Christmas. I think that was great just because I feel like in these superhero things, a lot of times you just don't, not that you don't, it just feels like stuff could just keep going forever. Whereas here it was like clear, it's like if he misses Christmas, that's going to be bad. So I thought it was a really fun show. I do agree that out of all the shows they've done, it's probably the smallest scale, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that they didn't try to make this Falcon and the Winter Soldier 2.0, because those are two different things. Falcon and Winter Soldier was legitimately trying to continue the Cap trilogy just in a series, whereas this was it was trying to be a Hawkeye series. And Hawkeye, since Avengers, he has bow and arrows. He has no superpowers. So obviously his show is going to be a bit smaller scale than a dude who has Captain America's shield and a suit that can make him fly and a super soldier with a metal arm. Obviously it's going to be smaller scale than that. But I thought it was a fun show. I thought the cast had some really great chemistry to them. I thought there were a couple of good twists and turns. And ultimately, I'm really excited to see where season 2 could go. Okay, so now let's move in to pretty much the only one of 3 topics we have. Let's talk about characters. You can talk about whatever characters you want. For me, I think I've always liked Hawkeye since Age of Ultron. He was okay in Avengers, but Age of Ultron, that was the one to where like I thought Jeremy Renner really like grew into that character. I liked not just the introduction of family, I thought that was great too, but also just like stuff like his speech to Scarlet Witch was just awesome in the final bouts, where he's like, I have a bow and arrow, okay? Like you have witch powers. Like let's go and do this. And he's just continued in each installment he's come back to grow his character. I think it's really nice that now he's had his time to shine. Like everybody talks about Black Widow, but like Hawkeye was right there as well since the first Avengers movie, and he's been kind of forgotten about. And now he has his time to shine. Although his didn't have to have him die before he could get his time to shine. But we can talk about Marvel and their horrible planning about a Black Widow movie some other time. Kate, as Abe said, Haley Steinfeld was great. I've been a fan of hers since Edge of 17. That was the one she was in. I thought she was great in this. She felt like such a great audience perspective character in a way, because like her reactions to things are the ways that I think normal Marvel fans would react to like meeting Jeremy Renner, is how she reacts to meeting Hawkeye. It felt really genuine. Their sort of bond, sort of the friends, father-daughter, however you want to say their bond is in the show, it felt really genuine and it grew. And I really liked it. I thought, what's his name? The fiance, her mom's fiance's name. What's his name? Sword dude. Can't remember. It's like Renee. Jack. That's it. Yeah, it's not Renee. What am I talking about? He was, dude. That dude was hilarious. That dude was, especially in the last episode. He's so like, when he's talking to the kid, and the kid's like making fun of him. He's like, "Hey, remember when you peed yourself? Because we all do." That was fantastic. Obviously, Kingpin coming back. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry.
He's Mexican. The actor is Mexican.
Oh, he's Mexican. Okay.
Yes. That's what
Abe just likes to remind everybody when there's Mexican actors and things. Kingpin, I wasn't expecting him to come back. I've always had this sort of like, I don't know what's happening with the Netflix people. I'm not going to assume anything. It was cool to have Vincent D'Onofrio back. It sucks that he didn't get to say, "You embarrassed me in front of her." I just always love saying that line. It was a fun show, a good cast. Abe, what did you think about the cast? Who were standouts for you, or who did you wish had more screen time? Maybe, I don't know. Like Indiana Jones, we're making this up as we go.
Look, Matthew Kearns, can you hear me good?
Sure.
Yes. Because okay. Hawkeye. I was really happy that we were gonna able to explore the character more, because he was always, the as I think as Kate said in the last episode, we're just jumping around. He's probably the bravest Avenger because he's the one that had him and Black Widow, because they didn't have nothing. They're just humans, normal humans that just want to do the right stuff and fight for humanity. Also, I think Jeremy Renner does a great job, like from start to finish. Like you really feel the character and how he has grown and the relationships he has, and I found fascinating that he's just a he just have better relationship with women than men. That's what it is. He has struggled one with her daughters, with the Cade, with Black Widow. It's just that he's one of those persons. I don't know why, but they with Wanda, you mentioned her, all those parts, and seeing that perspective of the superhero that's, it's the least recognizable, is the less sexy, if you to for lack of a better word, is the less. There's no branding for it, You don't have the Thor hammer, the the Playboy aspect of Iron Man or Captain American symbolism, and exploring that in the show was great. I was also really surprised by it and happy. The show has focused a lot on cleavage because Haley Stanfield, through his true grit, I was just, who is she and why is she not working more? And she got Bumblebee and she got the Age of 17, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I rewatched that movie because I feel so good, and her character, like I see myself in that character in many aspects. So it feels great to see her like you shine, seeing her interviews outside of the promoting. What are you laughing at? What did I say?
I'll message you a joke that popped into my head.
Fuck damn it, Matty. Okay, yeah, but her doing that. Also, I really like Maya. I don't remember the name of the actress. I'm sorry, but I just think she has a presence to her. Like when she's on screen. Malcolm, take over.
So Malcolm, what did you think about the characters?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the characters, I think Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld had a really great chemistry. Like just from the get go, where like when we first met, when they first met, is just one of those ones that, like I definitely could see the whole like typical buddy cop where one of them is a straight laced, in which case it was Jeremy Renner, and the other one is like the not so straight laced, but just wants to be a partner, but the other one doesn't want a partner, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But and like if this is the last time we see Clint, I think it sets it up so that he can actually finally retire with his and maybe help out Kate if need be in a season 2 if we get it. Because I think by the end of the series, like they've officially passed the name of Hawkeye on to Kate Bishop. But it's just one of those ones. I really liked Eleanor Bishop. I mean, I didn't expect her to actually be the one that was in charge of sending Yelena after Clint just to get him out the way. Because I know a lot of people going, "Oh, but that contradicts the post-credit scene from Black Widow." I was like, "Well, not really. It could just be Eleanor is either is the main person in charge, and Julie Louis-Dreyfus, his character, is the one that's just passing the message on because she wanted to pass it on personally." So I mean, I think
there's one thing Kevin Feige has proved over 10 years. It's that he does not understand how to build a universe and have things connect. That's for certain, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, I mean, I also like that Yelena finally got closure in this because that whole fight scene with Clint on top of the thing where and I know a lot of people can saying it's the whole same thing from Batman v Superman. It's the whole Martha thing. They do something that stops the fight instantly. So, I mean, but this is a case it worked anyway. Not that I had a problem with the whole Martha scene anyway.
Yeah, just keep talking about them.
But
no reason.
But yeah, it's just works because especially when like with Clint doing the whole whistle thing, it proved to sort of how much he really cared about Natasha, and it was enough for Yelena to see sort of about that, and because I mean, it like even when sort of Clint sort of admits that like that he wanted to be the one to die to do it was but it's just um but Yelena's always good. Like Florence Pugh is a great actress, and I really hope we see more from her in the future in the MCU. Where she goes from here, I don't know. I mean, Kingpin coming back is actually not that too much of a surprise for me. Just because it's been rumored for a long time before that they're going to come back at times. But it's also one like I've always been one to look saying I know a lot of people argue with me on Twitter the internet's about this that the TV shows and Shield to an extent are still essentially canon in the MCU. Even though they were never directly connected until now. But yeah, I mean, we know that Echo's getting a spin-off series at some stage because it was announced recently. And I can't wait, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be connected to when she seemingly kills Kingpin. And so I think we're going to see Kingpin more in that too. But yeah, I mean, the cast was great. Like, and even the small ones like Jack as swordsman, who never officially got his name in there, but like he's the comic swordsman, who does have connections with Hawkeye. But yeah, the cast was great.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I talking about the closure. Something that I did appreciate was there's sort of just in film and TV. There's always that trope of like, oh, you'll never believe me if I told you. What I like about in this is like, no, it's legitimate because you imagine if he tried to explain to Yelena what did happen. So we went to this planet to get an Infinity Stone. There was a ghost of a Nazi was there. We both tried to throw ourselves off. The other one kept saving the other one until finally your sister forced me to drop. Like no one would believe. It's like that Community joke when they bring Troy.
Don't forget the time
when
travel.
They bring
Don't
Troy to
forget the
air
time travel.
conditioning. When they bring Troy to the air conditioning thing, and John Goodman's there, and there's like a spaceman making hot dogs and Hitler, and it's like, see, now if you tell anybody, they'll think it's a dream. It's exactly the same thing. I appreciated that. Abe, what did you say that was so important you had to cut me off with my thought while you're watching TV?
Oh,
You can see in the reflection in your poster.
Oh,
that man's playing
it's
Galco.
dogs. Look, that was pretty.
That man's playing Galco.
Don't forget about the time travel.
Oh yeah, also there was also
Sorry.
time travel. Like you should rent this movie, Avengers Endgame. You'll understand it. Talking about Avengers Endgame and talking about Abe watching TV because we can see it. Let's talk about. I know we're going all over the place. Fuck it. Let's talk about the post-credit scene because I just want to talk about that song. I want to see a full Rogers the Musical. That number was awesome. Like I'm not even a big like musical fan, really. Like and Abe left, I guess. Whatever was on TV was really important. I'm not even that big of a musical fan, but that was a really catchy tune. I hope it's on iTunes. If not, Marvel,
It
get
is.
on it.
I've already looked.
Oh, is it?
It is. I've already looked.
Wait, for real? Okay, well, I will definitely be purchasing that after the stream. It was a fun catch. It also is just like, it's just one of those funny things to just think that like there was this world-ending event. And Broadway looked at that and went, "Let's make a musical about it." That was I didn't think they were going to do that, but that was just a really fun thing. I do feel for all the you have to watch all the credits. I feel bad for those people who probably were like, fine, there was that stupid silly one, but now we're gonna get the really serious poster and then post credits scene. So Malcolm, what did you think of the Rogers the Musical full musical number?
Yeah, I mean, I liked seeing the full musical number because, I mean, obviously we saw it in the pilot, but it was also one of those ones that we didn't to hear much of the words in it because it was focused on the Hawkeye and all that, which was fine. But I mean, I liked it. I mean, I do wish that they showed like maybe Yelena sitting in the audience or something, watching it, finding out more about her sister, and that because I think that might have been a nice touch, and that, but it was fine for a post-credit scene. I did read up about some deleted post-credit scenes that they didn't film for whatever reason. Because apparently there's going to be one that paid off the whole L's stealing the tracksuit mafia van and I think they said they didn't take that one because it was too dark because it implied the L's family ate the tracksuit mafia people afterwards. And
That's
apparently
pretty
there's
funny.
another one
That's
that with
dark humor I
Kingpin as
appreciate.
well that was
Which,
planned.
by the way, that was one of the best jokes. Was she shoots the arrow, it goes small, and then she's like, "What happens now?" I don't know. I'll have to ask Scott. Like, he doesn't even understand what this stuff does. It's just like, God, I'm just gonna use it. Abe, what did you think about the full Rogers the musical post credit sequence?
I tweeted about it, and it's a masterpiece. There's little things that compare to it in the history of art. We can talk about Don Quixote. We can talk about Boss Baby, and we can talk about that part of the musical. No, like out of kidding, like I just loved it. Like it just I didn't needed anything serious. I just realized, yeah. You rented the theater, you pay for the actors, you better make them sing and dance. Oh, never, because you don't know what's gonna end up in the end in the credit. In the credits, they probably like dancing scenes like in video clips and everything. They probably dance the whole song. They just don't know. Oh, this is gonna happen. No, you shoot everything for it to put it on, and if you shoot it, you have it. It's like the Simo dancing scene in Captain America and
Yeah,
Falcon, Captain America and the Winter
Falcon
Soldier.
and the Winter Soldier. Although I guess
Yeah,
now it's Captain America and the Winter
Captain
Soldier.
America.
I think now. Yeah.
Yeah, so those scenes, I really loved it. I like the perspective of the thing. It just, as you said, it's just one musical number. But I bet you they put that on Broadway, used to it, probably full, at least the first week around the United States. They just have to put it together. Put it in Disneyland, in Disney World, in
Yeah,
Orlando and
you
or
could.
LA.
I mean, they did. I remember going to like a Tarzan show when I was a kid. Like it was a
Yeah,
musical show, like based off of the movie. Yeah, why don't you do it? Yeah, you don't have to put it on Broadway. You could literally. Isn't there like a freaking Avengers Land like in Disney now?
yeah,
You
yeah.
could
Yeah.
literally have
Avengers
like
Campus.
a show. They did a Dick Tracy show back in the 90s. You could do it. Come on, guys, do it. You'll make look. Back to the Future has a musical, a full stage musical in London right now, which is doing extremely well. Like the money is there. Give the people what they want, which is a Paul Rogers the musical. Do
I
it.
mean, you saw what happened last time a superhero had a musical. They turned off the dark.
Okay, okay. Fuck you, Malcolm. That's a really great point. Yeah, okay, but like give it to like Disney, who's been like doing like the
Yeah.
Indiana Jones stunt show for like 30 years, not to a bunch of like batshit crazy people who said, we're gonna do a Spider-Man musical. Let's get Bono to do the music. I love Spider-Man. He's so great. You know I love Spider-Man because he knows about suffering. Could everybody slit their wrists right now? Because people are suffering in Africa. My favorite part about Bono is he always has to make everything depressing in his shows. I digress. So we've talked about our overview.
Can I highlight another character? Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh no, I wanted to talk about Jelena. About the character.
Yelena.
Sorry. Uh
Yeah.
oh no, I just love Florence Pugh in that role. Like at the moment she appears on screen, she just tells it. Her back and forward with Kaylee Stanfield is something I'm gonna look forward because they are our news Hawkeye and Black Widow, and it's really it's great how organically Kevin Feige has been able to pass the torch to the other characters. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I've
like just
I've heard that
what it said.
people think that Hawkeye is setting up for a Young Avengers series. After
I
watching them
agree with that.
together, I'd totally watch a Young Avengers show with them in it. Like that scene in Kate's apartment is hilarious. It's my first time in New York. Hey, I just like the best part is if I wanted you dead, I'd be dead, all right. Before you even walk through the door, like it's just great. And even in the last episode, I like that it's so clear Yelena's holding back, but I think there's also like an appreciation of like, oh, okay, you've been training and you're really, really trying, but I'm also not trying. Their chemistry was fantastic. And as someone who I didn't see Black Widow, so this was my intro to this
You know what?
character. No, I didn't watch it. I didn't go and see in theaters, and it's just you know how much shit there is. I just haven't gotten around to it. All right. Now watch. People are gonna clip this and be like, "Oh guys, look, Matt hates women. That's why he watched Black Widow." I mean, that's true, but that's not the reason why. I'm kidding. I saw Wonder Woman opening day, guys. All
You're
right.
just putting that rope on your neck.
Nah,
Just stuff
whatever. Nobody's watching this anyway, so I'm okay. We can literally say whatever we want to say. Yeah, so this was my intro to the character. It does actually make me want to go and watch Black Widow. To see sort of, which speaking of which, talking about her intro, that was such a cool perspective on the blip, which WandaVision didn't do. Like, I like how you see her, she just goes into the bathroom and just you see the walls start changing, and it's for her, it's like nothing has passed. I just thought that was really like visually, it was just so cool because you
Yeah.
have to think like, yeah, like what would that be like? Obviously, for like anyone who wasn't taken out, yeah, like you went about your day for 5 years, but like if you got blipped, like you can't, like where do you go? Like you go nowhere. Which now that just reminds me of Wrath of Khan. But suppose they went nowhere. That's what it
I
was.
mean, especially for Yelena, because I mean, like seemingly she was in the bathroom for a while. No one actually checked on her when she went in there,
That's an
and
excellent question.
because I mean, like, because when she came out and when she came back, I was like, there was no questions. Like, you were in the bathroom for a really long
You were in the
time.
bathroom for 5 years. Did you have some? Do you have some bad tacos? You okay? Are you all right there? You need some Pepto Bismol? Are you all right,
Because
Yelena?
I mean, like, we don't know much about sort of that apartment. If there was a hidden window in the bathroom that they thought she might have escaped out of, and that, but
Oh,
there's no question about where she went for that 5 years.
I'm so sorry. Malcolm first started talking about her being in the bathroom while they started talking about a secret window. I'm like, all right, Malcolm, we don't need to get into this, all right? Gosh. All right. So we can start talking about random things after this, but I feel remiss if we didn't, because this channel is very popular for ranking things, particularly bearded men who have lied since they started on this channel of being a certain director of a famous trilogy and then a not so good prequel trilogy. And also one of Michael J. Fox's best movies, and also a King Kong remake. And I don't know what else Peter Jackson's done with his career past all those movies. He's probably done a lot,
He
but
directed a documentary.
yeah, about the Beatles, which doesn't even make sense. The Beatles were British. Did they even make it to New Zealand? Whatever. We're gonna talk about ranking. We're gonna rank the MCU shows. So I did not watch Loki. So I can't rank Loki. So I'll go first, and then you guys can go since you've actually seen all this stuff. So what have we had? We've had WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye, if I'm not mistaken. Just 5? Or am I missing one? Okay. So I would say bottom would probably be What If for me, because I didn't even finish it. I got so bored of the series. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish the show. So which okay, you can argue, oh, it got better, but you know what? Didn't grab me. So now we have out of the ones I've watched, I'm gonna put WandaVision next. And it's not that I think it's a bad show. I think it's great. It's just compared to the other two, I just had a not a better time. It's just like a different experience. It's also like I think I'm gonna find myself rewatching the other two more. But WandaVision was great, particularly as a fan of old school TV. You want to hear more of my thoughts? I was on the WandaVision review. Next, this is very tough because there's like recency bias to everything, but I have to go with what my head is saying right now. I'm going Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier was really awesome. I thought it did a great job of continuing the Captain America trilogy, which is Cap is my favorite character in the MCU. That trilogy is like my favorite thing of the MCU. It felt naturalistic with those characters and the story. I thought, I thought it was also really cool. It was also a show that I thought was really cool at like showing this notion that was introduced in First Avenger, which is like we're really lucky that Steve Rogers became Captain America, because if anyone else became like if someone who doesn't have a heart like Steve Rogers became it, we get Wyatt Russell. And it's not that Wyatt Russell is an evil person, it's just like he does not have that heart and conviction that Steve Rogers has. And it's going to be interesting to see where Sam goes as Captain America now. I think I'm really interested to see that. But that's neither here nor there. So that means my number one right now is Hawkeye. Again, you can argue recency bias, but I loved it. I love Lethal Weapon. This just fits right into that niche of like action movies set at Christmas time. There was a fun sort of buddy dynamic to it. The action was really fun. I thought the humor was really fun, and it kept my engagement throughout the entire thing. There were some episodes of WandaVision where I wasn't as interested as others, whereas here I was pretty much just as interested in the pilot as I was in the finale. Like it never really dipped for me. I liked the twists and turns. Getting to see characters like, which also we didn't mention, Linda Cardellini coming back. She's great because Linda Cardellini is great in everything. And we also kind of find out that she was a SHIELD agent, which I hope they do something with that. But yeah, so that's my ranking. So I have What If, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye, and not Loki because I haven't watched Loki. And at this point, I'm going to continue to not watch it out of spite. Ah! Hi, Ryan. Malcolm was, look, okay? Malcolm is a very, very famous person. He's actually talking out his window to all the Lord of the Rings fans who are coming to his house. He's got to deal with these fans. They're always barging down your door. He probably has people right now going, and I'm gonna butcher a New Zealand accent right now, but oi, where's Rankum? It hasn't been on in a while. I need to know what's being ranked. I just assume that's what happens outside Malcolm's house. Your name is Michael from now on. So, Abe, I've been letting Malcolm go first for a lot of stuff.
I'm okay with being called Michael.
Okay. So you're Michael now.
Can I be Jorge?
You totally missed my pun there. As
What?
in Michael K. I'm okay being called Michael.
Okay.
Can I be called Jorge?
Yeah, you can rank. What? You can call Malcolm
Jorge?
whatever you want. Okay, you're Jorge.
No, but
now.
I want to be called Jorge.
Jorge?
No,
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I want to be Jorge.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the first name that came to my mind.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Can you rank these shows so we can leave?
Of course, Matthew Prince. How many shows are there?
There's 5. There is
5.
WandaVision.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh, you know them. You just didn't know how many there were.
Yeah. Number 5. I will put Loki on him. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I was not like engaged in the characters. It was like I really liked some parts of the show, but overall, it just never fully connected with me emotionally. Just some parts that I love, like like comic book accurate Loki. Well, you haven't watched it. Richard Grant, he's in the show like for a couple minutes. He's fucking amazing. That part is just incredible. Number 4, number 4. I would put What If because even though there's some great episodes in it, there's some that are really lacking. like you say, like, what does this add? Which every single one adds to the finale, but there's just some parts, some episodes that really like were not truly functional. But there's some that are just like top tier MCU content, whatever you want to say. The Doctor Strange one, I don't know if you have you watched the Doctor Strange one. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
incredible.
So
Like
the Dutch.
you,
I don't know what the last one I watched was, but I did see that. That was a really good one. That was my problem with the show too. Was there were like episodes where I'm like, "This is real awesome," and then there's the Thor one where I'm like, "What the fuck was the point of
it's
that?"
like number three. I think I will have to put Hawkeye because it just I I mean, you can fault it for it, but it's just the scale of it. You know, sometimes you want these bigger
Yeah,
things, and you can fault it for it. The story was great. It just sometimes at the beginning of the show, like we're going to criticism of the show, it was slower, the slower pace. Like you were introducing the characters and everything, but overall introduces great new character addition to the MCU, which is Kate Bishop, Haley Stanford, whatever. Hashtag marry me. You're just 1 year older than me, or two, I think.
all
Let's
right,
start the
everyone,
campaign.
you heard? Start tweeting at Haley Steinfeld. Let's get Abe a date with Haley Steinfeld. Come on.
Please.
Schmoes never gave us
Please.
the date with Tiffany and Finstock. This is our Tiffany and Finstock.
Exactly.
Abe
Haley, call me.
Haley Steinfeld. Let's do it.
Exactly.
We're legitimately. If
Numero
you don't think
dos.
I'm gonna tweet, I've tweeted at Tom Cruise about this show. I tweet to Kermit the Frog's official Twitter account, and somehow I've not gotten blocked yet.
Number two.
Let's
Number
do it.
two. Soldier. Why? It was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But more importantly, the ideas of the current climate we are politically and in the society. Those are the interesting. You know, we're trying to get a more. Yeah, it's like really smart show, and it really captures the current climate that we have as in our world right now, or in the country, to be more precisely. And I found that fascinating. Also, Sam grows as a character. Folk, I was never like a huge Falcon guy, like never interested in him as a character in the movies. But right now, like with that show, you really fall through him, and you understand why Steve would have given him the chill. Also, the story with Bucky on it, and the question is like the fight of the soul with your past was really interesting. So overall, like that one. Number uno, Matthew. Can you put the drums? WandaVision, which is pretty obvious. I just love WandaVision. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
what's the name of the actress? Oh my god,
Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Olsen.
Olsen. Yeah, yeah. She just elevates that show to a fucking.
Mhm.
Also, Catherine Han. Fuck me.
Oh yeah.
Not, not that way,
No,
but like
come on.
she just
Catherine, you
elevates
can
the
fuck
show to
me.
those two, like, oh my god, they're so good. And Paul Bettany is really good at speaking. And just like you're just guessing at the beginning because it was the first show and you don't know what to guess. You're just intro to it. Or is this a mystery? Is this what? Diana Paris as it's not Monica Rambeau. She's not Monica Rambeau. She's Monica? No. She's Monica. Okay, yeah. Yeah, her mom is different. As the Rumble. The show, sorry. And
I don't know
and
what
all
just
the
happened.
interaction and all the interactions with the characters, and I just love last episode. I will say it's lacking because the COVID heat and everything, but overall the first what at 7 episodes, 8 episodes, I was just enjoying the crap out of them. So yeah, those are
Yeah.
my shows,
Yeah.
my ranking.
All right. Yes. So we've established a lot of things so far between me and Abe. Malcolm, we've established that Abe would like a date with Haley Steinfeld. We established that I would totally fine with Catherine Hahn doing whatever the hell she wanted to me. So Malcolm, as you rank, please let us know what you would like MCU actors, male or female, We swing any way you like here. We don't know how they do it down the chart.
Exactly.
No,
We're
we totally
implicit. We're
do. We
implicit.
totally know Frodo and Sam by his Gamgee. All right, Malcolm. So please let us know what you would like MCU actors, which one you would like them to do something to you, what that is, and then also, if you have time, rank these shows.
Well, I mean,
Pay my
my
student
least
loans.
favorite show is Hawkeye. It's just one of those ones. Like, I thought all the episodes were great. Like, the finale was amazing. Like,
Mhm.
but it's just one of those ones. Like, um, it was just all sitting around 3 stars for me. At the end, I mean, the finale I probably would have given 4.5, but like overall, it still rounds out to 3. But ish. Next, I'm probably going to put What If. Like, What If is fun. And it's just one of those ones that um I am looking forward to the second season still to do. It's just one of those ones like the other shows, like I did like better, and because that's how rankings work apparently.
You would know better than anybody.
um, but third, I've got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is another one which like I enjoyed it for the most part. But it was just it's just one of those ones that like if you were to ask me trivia questions about it, I probably wouldn't remember anything about it. um, Second, I've got One Division. One Division was a lot of fun, and it's just a show which I will probably go back and watch again. Even though like if I've got time, I mean, there's a lot of shows that dropping on Disney Plus. Like I've still got to get around to watching the Dark Set of Mighty, which changed games. I've still not seen that series, but I have finally finished Turner and Hooch.
You watched Turner and Hooch before you watched Mighty Ducks Game Changers?
I watched the series that's based on the movies a lot like more first.
Yeah, well, one of those shows got a second season, the other one got canceled. So, wow, you made a good choice there, Malcolm.
I mean, in my opinion, Turner and Hooch didn't need a second season. So
Turner and Hooch. This is not about Turner and Hooch. Tell us about the MCU shows. And also, you have not told us which MCU actor you want them to do things to you. Don't forget that. That's very important to this ranking.
Well, you're not getting that. But the show I did like a lot was Loki. I thought like it was a lot of fun. Like Tom Hiddleston is always a delight. And it's just one of those shows which I'm going to get. I will actually go back and watch a lot of times.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We're not leaving until you answer the second part of this question that was based. Would you let Tom Hiddleston your stun?
I mean, I've answered that question on other shows before, so I'm not.
Great, you have not answered on this show. All right, we're going to just establish that Malcolm is totally fine for anyone in the MCU doing anything.
I mean, that's accurate.
Can I ask Scarlett Johansson to pay my student loans?
Wait, what?
I want her to pay my student loans.
I'll pay. What? I don't even know what you're saying. It sounds like you're saying this is what it sounded like. Can I have Scarlett Johansson pay my spare loans? That's what I heard. It's not what
my
you
student
said.
loans.
Oh, your student loans. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was close.
If anybody wants to pay me, can we also do a hashtag for that? Pay Abe student loans that he has to start paying on March.
Abe has student loans. I don't. Screw you, boy. And we almost both also have pieces of papers that ultimately mean nothing when you really actually look at the world. Yeah. Who's that? Oh, it's Loki. Okay. It took me a second. So that is pretty much it for our overview of Hawkeye season 1. I do want to take a second and say that I feel like we did this on a fairly appropriate day. As for those of you who don't know, today is Stanley's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. He would have been, if I'm not wrong, I think it said 99 he would have been. I could be wrong about that.
I think it's 100, isn't it?
I'm looking it up just to be certain right now. Yes, today is his birthday. He was born in 1922, so he would have been 99 today. So I do feel, even though we made jokes, which some people might say are coy, me and Abe have nothing but the utmost respect for the actresses in the MCU, as all actresses. We're just being fun. But if you've seen, we've been able to talk nearly an hour about characters that he had a vital hand in creating. So thank you, Stan. Happy birthday up there. You're hanging out with all the greats, Jack Kirby, everybody else, and you're getting to see all the cool stuff you created still going on. So yeah. So going to go around the horn. Malcolm, we're starting with you. Where can the good people find you online?
You can find me with the return of Rankin on January the 9th, doing our annual best of 2021, best movies of 2021 list. Late night will be back at some stage. I just haven't decided when. And you can find me over on Full Metal, hosting trivia and stuff. Once again, that's on hiatus at the moment. We'll be back sometime in January.
Okay. Abe, where can good people find you online, aside from harassing Haley Steinfeld?
I'm not harassing her. I just have a crush on her.
No, and that's fine. And like I said, if you think I'm not going to tweet at her after this, you're dead wrong, because I'm going to tweet at her. I'm going to do it.
You can follow me
I got
there
you,
at
boy.
Abraham F25.
Okay.
And you can watch Gone with the Wind. We're there every week because the Oscars are months away. Damn, we still have a shit ton of episodes.
Yeah.
And
what
Simple
else do
Tricks
you
and
do on
Nonsense
the-
coming back next month. We're gonna be talking about the top 8 numbers. Top 8 numbers. Okay, 8. So out of all the numbers in the world, we're only we're including negatives too. So maybe 8 is negative
There's a
173.
lot of numbers. It's going to
Yes.
be... Do they still say late? It's going to be lit. Like
Yes,
$1 in Abe's wallet.
I have a
That's
dollar.
coming back. Okay. You guys, as
Okay.
always, can find me
Okay.
at Kearns_Matthew on Twitter, MattMovies611 on YouTube, and right here as host of Second Look, the Fandom Podcast, both of which will be coming back at some stage in 2022. Not quite sure how. I'm not quite sure when. I did take a hiatus off of content creation just because I was a little burnt out in life. But I'm coming back stronger next year. Simple Tricks and Nonsense, as Abe said. I am the co-host of that as well. We'll be coming back sometime soon, so you can get your fill of me and Abe just literally talking nonsense. So that's it. So what did you guys think about Hawkeye? Do you want to see season 2? Do you not? Share your rankings of the MCU shows with us in the comments. And don't forget, if you love this video, be sure to like it and share it around to everybody else, because word of mouth really helps us grow. Also, if you dislike it, we won't know. You can hit that dislike button all you want. We won't know. Our feelings can't be hurt by you anymore. Yeah. So, you can also subscribe to us here. We have a letterbox. Malcolm, what is our letterbox name? You're in charge.
Take 3 production.
Take 3 Productions on Letterboxd. You can also follow us on Twitter at Take 3 Video. Join our Facebook group. We have a lot of fun. Currently, Malcolm is doing a tournament of we're trying to find the best of the worst. He's going through a bunch of movies that were nominated for Razzies, which, by the way, the Razzies apparently hate Sylvester Stallone. And I, for the life of me, do not know why. And it annoys the hell out of me. But so you can join in that fun. This was a ton of fun. I was really happy to get back on doing this. So we will see you all in the next video. Take care.